Billy Wiz Gamer back online. I'm going to give you 5 tips on the city's Skylines. I'm playing it on the Xbox One, but you can play it on PS4 or on the PC. I'm just going to do unlimited money and unlimited milestones for me because it's going to help me show you how to do things and why I'm doing things. At the start, I would say look at the natural resources. Before you pick a map, this is important because you don't want somewhere that's got, like, for instance, this place is about 60-70% water, so you're not going to have a lot of places for people to try and live. Islands, I don't know, there's a big sea there. The rivers, you want somewhere with a river because the river will allow you to get rid of your waste water as well as suck in your nice water from further up the river. Your natural resources, you want natural resources because you're going to use that to fuel your manufacturing, and especially your specialist manufacturing. The Grand River looks like a good place to build. It's got all the outside connections. The only problem, it hasn't got oil. But that, to me, that isn't a bad thing. You can buy the next map and you can make sure that has got oil for your oil industry. And as long as you've got links to the outside, you can import whatever you don't need. So oil is a pretty dirty industry, but it's lucrative in making money for your manufacturing. But this is, I'm going to go for this one because I would rather be environmentally friendly, because the oil and things like that is such a dirty manufacturing. It will put off a lot of people coming to your city. You have to build manufacturing and then a lot of commercial for the pollution to actually dilute before you can put in any residential. The outside connections at the bottom, you can see some of them haven't got all 4 of them going for it. You can see with the little red circle in this one, so it hasn't got any of that. I think it's water, can't get any ships in there because the river's so narrow, but all of these other ones are fine. So I'm going to go for the Grand River because I know I've got water access quite easily, and also natural resources, a high amount of area that's suitable for building, 84%. Again, if you go some other places, it will be so hilly and so bad, you only be able to build on about 50% of it. So I would recommend going for the Grand River to start off with. Another good one, but it just hasn't got the water, is the 2 rivers. So I would just stick to the Grand River to start off with for myself. So let's get this going and underway. I'm going to start with a second tip now. Second tip. When you build your first roads, allow 2 squares in between, and people will tell you to grid it out so that they're touching each other, so you get maximum amount in the small area that you've got. But this is sort of really quite short-sighted because you've got to allow road expansion. I'll show you here, because when you start off, you're basically going to be going, okay, let's build a road. Just for instance, especially I've seen a lot of videos do this, where it's just like, okay, build one road off here, square off, grid it out, so you've got, they're touching each other like so, and you're getting maximum amount of area. And that's cool, man. That is what you want, obviously, for maximum amount, but that's short-sighted, because what you really want to do, as I'll show you on this side, is only with these skinny roads, because you're going to go for the 6-lane roads with decorative trees in a short while. You'll need it to keep all your traffic going well when you get the high residential high residential places, and it will keep the noise down. These roads are unsustainable for the long term. They're just basically something that will get you from the start. This is why I'm doing it, because I'm expecting you all not to have unlimited money and unlimited milestones on, and as you progress, other things get unlocked. At the moment, if I was without unlocked things, I wouldn't be able to build what I'm building, which is what I'm going to show you here, is the 6-lane decorative tree, large road. And as I show you, you can upgrade your road here, so I'll upgrade it. I want to upgrade, my friend. Upgrade. There we go. Right. Let me upgrade. Alright, we'll upgrade this. So when you upgrade it, each one will get 1 square wider either side. and that's why you're allowing for that 2 square gap. So when it come to the day when you need those 6 lane squares, you haven't got to rebuild or regrid your map, or all your things are super skinny because you've only got 3 bars on either side. With doing that, you're allowing absolute maximum space. You're going to have the largest buildings you can have, and it's just going to work out a lot better for you. Like I said, like you can see, that's what people will tell you to do on most of these videos, but that's what I would do, because allow the 2 square gap, because obviously you're laughing in that regard. You're just going to be not having to worry too much about having to sort everything out. The second thing I'm going to say, I'm just going to build, but what you need to do is not educate everyone. Again, it sounds a bit bad, but don't educate everyone, because when you've got a manufacturing industry, you're going to need uneducated people. You need educated people to work in your offices and things like that, in them sort of zones. You need educated to work in the commercial zones as well, fairly well educated. But with the industrial, you'll have massive problems unless your traffic is running extra smooth. You're going to want your industrial zones to be producing specialists if you can. So I'll show you how to do that in terms of creating a quick, if you see here, district painting. So you can see that this area here, where it's light green, is great for agriculture. That's going to be perfect for farms and everything like that, and that's good for me, because if I can build agricultural buildings, it means no pollution, lots of money, people are happy. I can put buildings, I can put residentials right next to all these agricultural areas. So if I just paint this district here like this, then afterwards press B, go to this area, and then go farming industry. That's what I want in that area. So farming industry, everything that is then built in that area will be farming industry. If I show you here, if I can get it on, I'm not grading. Oldham straight road. You can just put that up like that, and then when you do that as yellow, only farming industry will come. So that's good for you. But if you want to keep the farming industry busy, you do not want to educate everyone. Just do not educate everyone. Just have it as 80% of the people are getting educated, and then that way you will be able to be okay. You can find out on the info views how many people are educated. You can see crime, pollution, wind, health, education. At the moment, no one's educated, and that is, fine, because I'm right at the start of the game. But you do not want, you want it, so when you look at all these houses, then they're not all green. When I build a school here, I'll show you what I mean by that. I'll build a primary school, and then look, they'll become happy. And don't do it just to draw people in, because that's what what I done before, and it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. You want to get a waste management. Whenever you put your waste management, always put it right at the end of the map, so you're next to, so it's going straight out your map into the dirty water there. And when you do your water pumps, put your water pump right at the clean end of the spectrum. It's going to cost a bit more in pipes, I admit that, but it's just much better. It's going to save you. If you get water pollution, all your people would die. It'll put a strain on all your things, and it's not going to work well for you, basically. You're going to need power. As you can see, my people have got no water and power at the moment. Basically, when you are at the start of the game, the solar wind turbines are really expensive for what they are, so I recommend just building an oil power plant or a coal power plant just to keep you going at the start. You will need to obviously don't put these near your residential areas. This is only going to annoy them. They will not be happy with all the pollution and things like that. You can see that ring there. Your farming industry won't care too much, although it's not in the same sort of area as them, like same field as them. It will be industry and industry, so they're not too worried. Once you obviously build it, you need to put your electricity. You can see that blue ring there will take you to where you need to go. There's someone building here, so I need to go to them, or they might build actually. I'll just go to these guys for now. Oh, I can build it there. Alright, so they're all now plugged in to power. That will have no water, so I need to extend the water line to there. Alright. So now when I go back to the info views, I should be able to see education. Right, they're all red. That's what I'm trying to say, is keep some of your city red, because you will need the red people. Otherwise, it's a knock-on effect. You're going to get not enough workers in your manufacturing. When you haven't got enough workers in your manufacturing, you're not producing goods. You can try and import goods, but that just puts a massive strain on your traffic. It's better to create it in-house and sell it in-house. And you can see they're all in blue now that the school's on, but you want some red, like I keep saying. So yeah, if you do not have the educated workers, you will find that from there you will not produce enough goods. If there's not enough goods, people will leave the city and you'll be back to square one again. So like I said, I've made the mess up a few times. I've educated too many people. Lose some schools, just remove some schools. I know it's a bit harsh and everyone should be well educated in a modern day world, but this isn't perfection, or, you know, this is just reality. You need someone to bang nails in a piece of wood or whatever every day, so they're not going to want a doctor's degree to be able to do that. One of my tips is to go underground. This is what you can do from day one. When you're doing this, press something on the D-pad. Press down on the D-pad or up on the D-pad, depending if you want to go elevated, or down if you want to go underground. But this is perfect if you want to have a long stretch of road connecting two places that you've already got roads and things going into. You can obviously just go underground here, go around here, go around here. You can even go under the water and then back over here. And then stay underground there, and then come up here, and then you're there. And that's obviously, you can see underground that is just a big ring road, but that will connect them to them. And if you've got loads of buildings in the middle there, you won't have to worry about destroying them all, which can be massively handy. And you can do this with the railway servers as well. And also, don't think that there's just one level. There's 3 levels on the way up, so you can go like that to like that to like that to like, oh, that's 4, I think. 5 levels up, and then when you go down, I think there is a level underground, 1 level underground, 2 levels underground, 3 levels underground, 3 levels underground. And you can come up, but you can't come up in the slope too fast. So that's just like anything, you have to. But yeah, and then just press down on the D-pad to see the underground roads and up the roads above. And this allows you, if you can go underground, then obviously you can go, boom, take that underground, take it underground to the next level, and then you can go straight under that other road, and then come back up over here. And obviously you can see that that's going to benefit you massively when you're building your city, and you can have hidden roads and hidden railway tracks and things like that. Then it's only going to support your economy more and allow you to build more residential areas and have a better infrastructure and everything along those lines. So that's a recommendation for y'all. The final tip that I'm gonna give you guys is gonna be use public transport. Because traffic is a nightmare on this game. Whatever you build, whether you build 6-way roads, railways and everything, you're gonna have a bit of traffic. So I'd always recommend using your public transport to full capacity. Have as many roads, and whenever you build a new part of your city, put in a subway, put in a railway, put in bus transportation, and just allow yourself plenty of movement in regards. Try and do your buses quite intelligently as well. Don't just chuck them anywhere. Oh, that's a train. If I show you, if you just put a bus depot there, and then to put a bus line in. If you're having problems with all of this stuff, I've got a lot of videos showing how to do each individual thing of this. So if I am going a bit fast, then just, you know, let me know, or not let me know, but just go search what I've gone too fast on. But yeah, just obviously keep your stops quite regular. You can't do them underground, and don't make it just because you can make things. You can make it do really stupid things. You can like add stop there. I can't even get there, but oh yeah, there you go. It's just going around in a circle, so it's going around like there. You know, you can put that there, then it's going round and round and round, and it just keeps on making more traffic. It's got a massive circle, so yeah, and you can just click it on that afterwards. Complete line, but you can see that would be a really inefficient line. I'd lose that line if this was a real game. That is a perfect line to show not to have. You've got it going round. There's no point. It's just you've got that bus on the road causing more traffic. And they're the sort of main tips that I've found that aren't easy to work out straight away. Just allow yourself, like I said, the first one is allow yourself 2 squares in between the two when you're building the skinny roads. It's going to allow you for the expansion with the trees, the 6 roads, and that's going to help traffic massively and keep people happy and keep people moving in. Use all kinds of public transport. The taxi ranks and airports and seaports and everything along those lines, because tourism's that. Use your zoning. I know it's saying I need to build some commercial bits, but just use your zoning. You can use zoning for the leisure industry or farming industry, but if you don't know how to use it, again, just look at my YouTube channel. There's plenty of different videos showing you how to do all of this stuff, and then when you do get it, you'll see if anyone's built in this area. No one has. I would have got a farm there rather than actual goods producing. They would have been producing like meat or corn or something like that. But yeah, that is basically how I would start the game, and that would be my recommendations and tips for people that are just starting out. Good map at the start. Allow for the roads to be expanded. Don't educate everyone. It's harsh. I know. I'm not one of these people. It's like keep the ridge up there and let the poor stay at the bottom. It just has to be done on this game for it to be smooth for you. Use the underground and overground roads. That's going to help you massively. And also make the most of the public transport. Keep the traffic off the roads. And paint areas. Do everything you can. They're all the tips. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more videos. Billy with Goma over and ta.